What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is day 138, May 18th, 2025. Last night, unfortunately, Winnipeg ended up losing. It was honestly a tough loss for Winnipeg. You could tell it was already an important game. And then, if any of you follow hockey, one of the top players on Winnipeg, there was news released yesterday morning that his dad passed away, and he still chose to play. He scored Winnipeg's only goal. The game was 1-1 till overtime. He got a penalty with barely any time left in the third period, and Dallas scored with 8 seconds left of him in the penalty box. So he was almost out of the penalty box and Dallas scored. And you could just tell that it hit a lot of the team, but you could tell it hit him the hardest. So it was a fun game to watch, but the end was honestly a bit sad, just knowing his dad passed away and he still chose to play, and he scored the only goal for his team. But I just know that slip up at the end, having played hockey my whole life, I already know in general getting a penalty at the end and that costing your team the game hurts. But on top of the personal stuff he had going on, it definitely was not a good finish for him. But both teams were super respectful. The handshake line was super, it was a beautiful thing to see, that handshake line at the end of the game. Just all the players were showing love to everyone, but specifically him, considering a few of them had played with him before and stuff. It was nice to watch. But tonight, Florida and Toronto, Game 7, we're going to be watching that. Hopefully, Toronto clutches up. If they do, last night on TV, they were saying it would be the first time since the 90s that 2 Canadian teams would be in the Final Four. But Edmonton has a rematch with Dallas from last year. Last year, the Western Conference Finals was Dallas versus the Oilers. The Oilers ended up winning, and then they lost in Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final. So hopefully the Oilers can rewrite their story, finish it off good. But tonight is Toronto's night. I'm pretty sure the game's in Toronto, so should be pretty crazy energy, but I know that the tension is going to be high because they're both, if you've been watching it, you know, that series has been a bit more aggressive than a lot of the other ones. People say some of these other teams are playing boring hockey, but they're winning games, so if that's what wins you games, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But I know the Panthers and Toronto series has been, super aggressive, so it should be a good Game 7, not gonna lie. But I got my fingers crossed, knock on wood, that Toronto can do it. But it's also been so long since they did it that part of me just is no, it's not gonna happen. But we just gotta hope and see. Maybe they'll end up clutching up. But we're at the store now, so we're gonna head in there. We'll see if anyone ends up coming by today. If they do, we'll get some in-store content for you guys. If not, we'll try to find something else to kind of record and make it a bit more interesting. But we didn't have anyone come by the store today. We've been home for a little bit now, just kind of chilling, doing laundry, watching the Leafs game. Unfortunately, it's looking like the Leafs are out of the playoffs. The game isn't fully over yet, but it's 5-1. And there's not much time left, so I guess that leaves there to be one Canadian team left, the Oilers. So praying they can clutch it up this year, since none of these other teams can. But after watching the Leafs for like a week, I understand Leafs fans' frustration because like the team goes down a goal and they just lose all their energy. It's like, what are you doing? Like, the game is not over. Like, keep playing. Like, they go down 1 goal and then they just start making the most stupid plays and turnovers, and it's like, holy. And then like 2 or 3 of the guys have good energy, so they try to bring it back. They'll score 1 goal or something, and then even that doesn't help. But tomorrow is a holiday, so I'm going for lunch with my mom, so I'm not too sure what I'll be able to get recorded vlog-wise tomorrow for you guys, but I'm sure I'll be able to find something to do or show or talk about with you guys. So we'll see what we got going on tomorrow, but hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and hit the bell to get notified every day about our daily vlogs. But of course, we will catch you guys tomorrow. We'll see what we got going on tomorrow, but for the rest of the night, I'm gonna watch the last little bit of this Leafs game, edit the vlog, and probably call it a night. So that's all we got for today. Lacedbyhook signing out. Peace.